Okay guys, so let's get the party started, and as always this video is not financial advice, and welcome to the channel by the way. So if you are new, please consider subscribing. Now guys, let's hop into the dashboard and let's have a look at, I believe, one of the most important things as of today. We've got hash rate that is, at its all-time highs, was sitting at 1.20 exahash per second. At the moment is a little bit lower, but the whole point is that it's getting bigger and bigger, and Kaspa's network is becoming more and more strong and secure. That is huge guys. So bigger the number in here, much better for Kaspa and just in general for Kaspa adoption. Okay, so the market cap is sitting at 3.7 billion USD, and if it comes to ranking, that doesn't necessarily look that juicy because Kaspa is sitting at number 27. The volume is sitting at 36.4 million USD. And now guys, let's have a look at some news. Okay, so we've got China, Russia, Pakistan and Bangladesh. They're announcing full support of Iran. Okay, so these are the tensions that I was mentioning about before that might negatively short-term impact the market. However, JP Morgan sees gold and Bitcoin as safe haven assets with rising geopolitical tensions. So the market is looking, well, let's say okay as of the time of recording this video. And now guys, let's have a look at the chart of our beloved Kaspa. So this is a 4-hourly time frame, and Kaspa basically is playing out on scenario number 1 or 2. I actually got lost at this point guys, right? But basically I was mentioning that we have to look towards these levels, and Kaspa is basically doing opposite, right? So Kaspa is going towards the upside. However, we've got little uptrend on 4-hourly, and stochastic RSI is showing us one thing. So Kaspa can see a little bit of a pullback now. Okay, and also that's going to coincide with this level of resistance that's sitting at 15 cents too. Is Kaspa going to dip and retest this level as a support again? Heck, let's see. Let's actually have a look at the daily time frame guys. Kaspa could see upside. So now guys, looking at Kaspa's liquidity, as you can clearly see, Kaspa is basically going to these levels of 15.2. Let me actually come back to the charts. So we've got 15.2, and potentially Kaspa is just going to grab this liquidity in here and then potentially pull back. So let's go back to this liquidity now. So once this liquidity is going to be grabbed, we can expect Kaspa still potentially dipping into these levels. Okay, so these are the levels that we should watch. So what I'm thinking is going to happen is probably this and potentially this. Let's see in the next 24 hours. Anyways, if you want to purchase Kaspa as a spot holding and you are based in US, Pionex.us gives you that possibility now, since they have listed Kaspa very recently. Also, Pionex.us is a regulated exchange and is available in 47 states for US investors, so you don't have to hassle with VPNs. And on the top of that, I have managed to get you an exclusive promotion. So basically, if you register on Pionex and deposit 100 USDT, you will get 10 USDT back within 7 working days. But this deal is valid until 15th of October, and that is for new users only. So registering on their platform and dealing with KYC is pretty much easy and straightforward. And as for their trading section, they've got bot option, manual, and option to convert different assets. There is of course an order book and the chart that's basically from TradingView, so you can do some technical analysis here. So guys, if you want to grab this pretty much free 10 USDT, you can find the links in the link section or in the pinned comment, and you have 2 options depending on your location. So now guys, you at least have the possibility in US especially to purchase Kaspa, right? Especially when Kaspa is dipping properly, right? I'm not going to tell you to buy Kaspa, when Kaspa is going to reach its previous all-time highs, not mentioning about the price discovery, okay? So it is out there for you. And now let's have a look at BTC's liquidity guys, all right? So BTC is basically going towards the upside. That's why, the whole market is basically going, towards the upside at the time of recording this video, of course. So on the daily, BTC is trading at 61,500. And the liquidity heat map is showing us that this is going to be triggered when BTC is going to reach, well, let's say first level 61, as you guys can see, right? So BTC could be pumping for a little bit and then potentially pull back a little bit, because we do have a little bit of liquidity in here. Okay, so guys, expect some volatility in the next 24 hours, for Kaspa and for BTC. But I do believe that this short-term shakiness in general on the market is just a temporary noise, well, unless things are going to escalate properly. That's still going to be short term, I believe, just like with C19 and everything else, right? It's always the worst, and then, you know, things are reversing towards the upside. So it all depends on your fear, right? But not financial advice, of course. You know, this is something that Mr. Warren Buffett is saying, you know, buy the fear, sell the greed, although many people are basically complicating this. But anyways, let's have a look at ETFs. So we've got another day of negativity on the market, which is fine, okay? After so many days, obviously that's normal. And now guys, let's have a look at a couple of different charts to actually determine of where the whole market is. Total crypto market cap, that is excluding BTC, on a daily chart. So this is what's going on, guys. The whole market is basically going like this. This is just mirroring of what BTC is doing, but what I would like to focus on is basically the total crypto market cap that is excluding top 10, which is obviously in this particular scenario the best macro chart to actually follow to see of what we can expect from Kaspa, of how much potential we can actually see. So guys, first things first, on the daily, on this big chart, we've got, you know, stochastic RSI that properly bottomed, and we could expect altcoins going above 0.236 Fibonacci extension zone. So let's see if altcoins are going to close above this level that also serves as a resistance at this particular time. However, what I would like to point out is where we are in this cycle. Okay, so this, you know, very recent pump, a lot of positivity that we saw in the recent few days, right, is basically just a little move on this macro chart. Okay, and altcoins at the moment are sitting at 210 billion USD. And now guys, on the top of that, we've got USDT dominance, which is still in that bearish flag formation. Let me actually zoom it in for you, as you can clearly see, right? So we've got this flagpole that is going down, obviously, right? And then we've got, you know, channel like this. Okay, so this is opposite to what BTC is doing, right? Meaning that, you know, the dominance of USDT is going to, well, sooner or later dump towards the downside, and the daily stochastic RSI is basically showing us this, right? So obviously this is inverse correlation. And let's actually have a look at dollar index. Okay, also you know, the whole crypto market cap and altcoins, obviously, and of course Kaspa is going towards the downside because we've got a Dixie pumping properly, and that is a inverse correlation with this chart as well. However, stochastic RSI is showing us that we are, well, in that ceiling kind of territory at the moment, and Dixie might gonna, you know, retest this, or just in general go towards the downside. Okay, but also one thing to actually point out, this is what's going on in monthly. Okay? So basically dollar index is just going down. So that's that. And also guys, the amount of new Bitcoin whales is exploding. Okay, so many whales are accumulating, but funny enough that retail, well, I'm not mentioning about our retail because obviously we are interested type of a retail, but you know, retail outside of, well, our retail is basically not buying, which is obviously great for people like us who are accumulating. And also guys, altcoin season index is showing us that we are closer to Bitcoin season. And also, if we are going to look at Bitcoin's dominance chart, let's say on a weekly, let me just zoom it out a little bit, we can clearly see that we are still in these levels for, you know, BTC's dominance. Okay, so this thing, obviously we want this thing to go down, however this thing is constantly going up, but that's obviously buying us much more time to actually scoop up and accumulate more Kaspa, or you know, whatever it is that you guys actually believe in, right? And now on the top of that, we've got China that is about to unban Bitcoin, and that's bullish. Obviously, new level of liquidity that's going to come into the market sooner rather than later. And also guys, this is how, you know, the bull markets are actually looking like around the halving time. So you know, we've got these pullbacks and, you know, shakiness and corrections around halving time. However, you know, the parabolic run is always kicking in properly. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you that, you know, you are going to see huge pumps, you know, for Kaspa, BTC, etc., you know, after watching this video. But what I'm trying to say is that the parabolic run still haven't happened yet. Okay, and is yet to come. Ladies and gents, that's what I've got for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed, and as always, peace and love, crypto.